Member from Welland.
10-year anniversary of the legislature's unanimous passing of the Accessibility for Ontarians with Disabilities Act. It mandated the government to ensure Ontario be fully accessible and barrier-free by 2025. To the Premier, the Liberals' own independent review concluded that 10 years later it has failed 1.8 million Ontarians with disabilities through non-compliance and lack of enforcement. The Premier promised that Ontario would be on schedule when she was running as leader of her party, but AODA enforcement is down, cut in half in 2015. Will the Premier admit that her government has failed Ontarians with disabilities and commit to increasing AODA audits in both public and private sectors?
Minister of Economic Development, Employment and Infrastructure.
Minister of Economic Development, Employment and Infrastructure.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That's a good question. I actually welcome the question. We have seen our compliance go up, Mr. Speaker, over the last 24 months from 16% to 40%. Good increase, but not good enough as far as we're concerned. Mr. Speaker, we're now coming up to our 10th year anniversary of the AODA. What a great time, Mr. Speaker, to celebrate how far we've come, because we are #1 in the world when it comes to making headway on accessibility. And when it comes to having legislated requirements, we're the only province that has that right now. So we're #1 in the world for that. But what also a great time to assess how far we've come and how far we have to go, and the measures we'll need to take over the next 10 years to reach our goal of full accessibility. So I welcome the members' input. We will continue to work to improve compliance. We'll continue to work to ensure that people with disabilities get hired throughout our employment system in Ontario. Mr. Speaker, we've come a long way. We've got a long way to go, and it's something we're very excited about tackling.
The time for question period is over.